Hey
Hey,
everyone.
everybody.
I'm gonna let him do the opening.
Hi, everybody. I think Whiteward might be the only one in here, or he made a comment, but now there we go. Someone's watching now. Okay, cool. Gonna be recording some sketches. Levi and I are hanging out a little bit, chatting with people. Hey, Whiteward, how's it going? Or Whitwer? I always forget. In my mind I see your name and I go Whiteward, but is it Whitwer? Does it matter? Hey, Levi Markin. Hey, girl named Andre, and hey, Philip Beebe.
Oh. Hey everyone.
So we can. I'm
Oh no.
really happy. What? Go ahead. What was that?
Oh, Levi's truck is broken down.
Oh, damn, that sucks.
Hey Rusty. Oh yeah. If you have Twitch and you have Prime, you can and they're linked. You can support us without it costing you a dime. I'm aware enough for that. There we go.
Hey, Ramonardo Blackheart, how's it going? Rusty Storm Raven, how's it going? Hey, ENH5T and Andre. Okay, cool. Hey, Asloids. So here's the thanks, Atrocious AJ Atrocious. That's awesome. I'm glad you have the laughs. We're glad we can give them to you or help you with them, whatever the term is that makes them sound like not a disease. Hey, Will. So I was thinking like from book 2, who would call in? Who would call in if Dresden was in Hogwarts in book 2? And I'm trying to think of like bad guys, and I'm like, no, it would be Lockhart calling in because Dresden's stealing his thunder.
Oh, Gilroy Lockhart.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the pompous over the top.
Memory charms guy. I did.
Yeah.
I survived Snowmageddon. I did. But if you're up for it, Levi, I'd love to do a table read of this. If you're not, let me know.
No, I can read Lockhart.
Okay, cool. So I'll just put my
I don't
headset
know.
on. I'm recording this here and just come on, headset. Okay. All right. Villain Sport, this is John.
This is Gilroy Lockhart.
Who?
Gilroy Lockhart, renowned adventurer, magical beast hunter, acclaimed author.
Oh, yeah, you. Memory charm guy.
You dare to?
You'd better not have called to brag to me about yourself. Am I hanging up?
No, I need your help.
With what?
Dumbledore's consultant.
Consultant?
This American wizard.
Wait. Is his name America Wizard or is he an American wizard?
American, surname Dresden.
That's less than ideal.
You're telling me. When we were introduced, we shook hands, locked eyes. I saw horrible things. And then it was back to normal. He just said, charlatan.
Well, he's not wrong.
He said it in front of the entire staff, threatening to out my secret.
They're going to find out eventually anyway. They always do. But while I have you on the line, has the Chamber of Secrets started opening yet? It's about that time.
Chamber. Oh, yes, that.
That?
Just an old watery cave. Overrated. Yes, it opened. Was just a big snake and an evil old book in there.
Was? As in past tense?
Yes. Dresden killed a serpent contained therein and destroyed the book.
He what? When?
Just a few moments ago now. Everyone's seen his praises. My charms don't work on him. So I can't get him to believe I did it and claim his accolades for myself.
John's phone starts ringing. I have to take this call.
What? No! You have to help me preserve my reputation. What if everyone finds out?
Ding. Hey, Tom. I bet you're calling to tell me that
one of my Horcruxes is gone. Destroyed! What happened to my diary?
Shit. Jonathan AI Lake, this is going to be before. So the whole point of the Dresden at Hogwarts videos is that Dresden being there takes the books from this big to this big. Because all of what he can do just solves all the mystery real quick. He sees Lockhart's eyes and go, oh, this guy's a phony. And then he finds out there's a snake in the wall, opens the chamber and kills it and destroys the book. So the book's like 50 pages long.
If that.
You could almost call this series Hogwarts Abridged.
Chris. Hogwarts Abridged, the Dresden edition.
I'm not willing to actually use that name in an official thing because the Rowling is litigious.
God.
There's a guy who has written a book series about Harry's dad, James Potter. And he got some like passive, yeah, fine, go ahead and write that if you want to, approval from her. And now they're super popular and they're pissed.
Can we do...
It's just the Dresden and Hogwarts series. If Dresden was at Hogwarts.
God, it would be so funny to have something like... we can't do it with Dresden all the time, but it would be really nice to do an abridged series. It really would.
I'm doing the what if. So Madman Fenrir is doing a very similar series about his character, America Wizard, being at Hogwarts also. Which is one of the reasons that I recognize we're doing similar content is why I asked, is it America Wizard or an American Wizard? It's kind of a little shout out to him to be like, hey, I know your guys there too.
Hey, pizza's on the way.
Woo!
I got one of those machines that you can use to like see inside of your ear. Because I didn't feel like paying another $200 medical bill just to find out if I still have a hole in my ear, and I still have a hole in my ear.
Damn.
Yeah. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to pay off the medical bill, and then I'm gonna have to schedule an appointment and be like, hey, the hole's still there. But since I know that's gonna take a month or two to do that, I'm gonna just keep an eye on my ear every week, see if it's healing. If it's healing, then it's healing. It's just taking a long time.
I didn't know that, but I'm not surprised by that. We're both Dresden fans. His account has been exploding. His accounts in general have been exploding recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to get this recorded.
Now, for everyone here that does know him, I've seen his content. I like his videos in moderation. His style of content is not the style of content I can sit and binge watch.
Mm-hmm.
I can watch one, maybe two of his videos, but it is the same thing. And I've mentioned this before. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, it's like a ton of yelling, screaming, bang, bang, and it's that every single video.
I really enjoy the spastic nature of it. A lot of people, I'll tell you this, I joined his Discord because that's where he and I are going to chat about collaborations. And half the people in there are fans of ours.
That's funny.
Like to the point that I'm getting tagged in there. Like people shared the original Edward shirt today. And people are like, where'd that come from? And they're like, it's in Villain Support Store. Like, oh, and like he's in here. And like, no, he's not. That's an imposter. And I'm like, excuse me? I am no imposter. So I'm basically looking at every year of Hogwarts and saying who would be the person in the beginning of the story who would call John to complain about Dresden being there because Dresden solved the whole problem of the book in like 30 pages or the equivalent of. So,
anyways, I'll let you record.
Right.
I've got to go grab pizza anyways. Oh, goodness. Goodness me.
Villain Sport is John. Who? Oh, yeah, you. Memory charm guy. You better not have called me to brag about yourself. Am I hanging up? With what? Consultant. Wait. Is his name America Wizard or is he an American wizard? That's less than ideal. Well, I mean, he's not wrong. They're going to find out eventually anyway, man. They always do. But while I have you on the phone, has the Chamber of Secrets started opening? It is about that time. That? Was as in past tense? He what? When?
Have you eaten? Have you hydrated? Have you taken your meds?
I have to take this call. Hey, Tom. I bet that you're calling me to tell me that. Shit.
Cool. All right.
I'm back.
Hello.
Worst things that if just Dresden were there. Jonathan A.I. Lake. Worst things.
You know, there's an official crossover, and I have the comic book upstairs of the Lantern Rings and Star Trek.
Of what?
Lantern Rings and Star Trek. There's an official crossover.
What?
I have the comic upstairs.
Okay.
I need to actually sit down and read it. I've been meaning to do that. It's not a very long one. I just really didn't want to start reading it and then not have access to the other ones and be like, God, I want to
Gotcha.
do it.
Oh, and so after the success of this the most recent Borg video, I chatted to my Borg Queen voice actor.
Yeah.
And Stephen Lockie, I'm not visiting you when I go to England anymore. He's trying to send me forbidden things that shouldn't exist. But yeah, no, so what was I saying? I don't remember.
Borg Queen. Success of the Borg video, the Borg Queen. You were talking to the voice actor?
Yes. I got some bulk pricing for 10 videos. Basically, a fun little goofy 10 video series. The end of every single one is, Levi, please reset the Borg again. It's constant.
Who's yelling at me?
In the Keanu Reeves movie.
Yeah. A lot of the newer cartoons I've taken to the to that name as well, but there's still plenty of Constantine as well. Both are accurate. and we have a sketch that's already been written, would virtually stay the same. Well, it doesn't even need it because the way we did it, you never needed to hear their voices.
Right.
So I don't think I can actually redo that one. That might be one of them that doesn't get the treatment.
The Borg, the Borg video is almost at 900,000 total across all platforms.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it is. Kerry Ramos, why would the book talk people be chasing the monster? What did the monster do, and what are the book talk people trying to do to the monster? And why? I'm not challenging you, I'm just asking so I can understand where the hilarity comes from. Levi. That's how the Billy Borg get born. A reset goes wrong.
Okay.
Steven, you're wonderful.
You better write that down so we don't forget it.
Jonathan A.I. Lake, again, it's Constantine in the Keanu Reeves movie and a lot of the newer media, but the original Hellblazer material, it is Constantine.
Yeah. There's an active difference between the characters, too.
His name comes from Constantinople, or Emperor Constantine, which is why it was called Constantinople. And I believe he actually may have been called Emperor Constantine. But if it was Constantine, it'd be Constantinople, not Constantinople. So the emperor was Constantine.
Was it
Maybe
Constantine?
we're wrong. Who knows? Whatever.
Like the Saint Constantine? Oh. There's sayings for both of them. Let people go ahead and correct how we said it. I don't care. That gets to be part of the joke later down the line.
You monster.
Jonathan, you're such a monster.
You realize
totally send me the pizza too as punishment. I
promise. Levi, if I ever get swatted, it's not going to be a SWAT team. It's going to be a bunch of pizza delivery guys with pineapple pizza.
I would welcome that.
Breaking into my house and holding me down and making me eat it. Get on the ground! Get on the ground! No!
The guy on top of you force feeding you. No! Pull off the mask. Hi, you!
And I'm like, no! Why is it delicious? No! Actually, I wouldn't say that. I'd probably vomit. I've had it before, and I bite it and I go, why is this a thing?
No, it's not for everyone. I like pineapple on my pizza. Just because you're wrong in your opinion, it's okay, Chris.
Sometimes it's fun to be aggressively incorrect, Levi. Hey, Argus X, how's it going?
So this is one of those things that as we do more animation, that becomes more of a reality. like the animation only channel would be able to do things like this. These little short skits that would be animated. We don't lack ideas. We lack the ability to implement those ideas.
I have had pickles on pizza in cheeseburger pizza. It's good in the context of it being cheeseburger flavored. If it was not a cheeseburger flavored pizza, pickles would not be good on there. You're correct. You're correct, Warforged. Hot dogs are tacos. They are not sandwiches.
We had a whole argument on TikTok about that.
About hot dogs?
Yeah, where I cut the hot dogs vertically to feed my kids just to prove to you it was a sandwich.
No. You proved nothing.
Ironically, that was the same words you used when you saw the video.
When what?
When you watched the video, you said that too. You commented, "This proves nothing."
It didn't, and it doesn't.
Look what you started, Chris. This could be a shirt. You could literally do hot dog. You can literally do cereal. The world is like the world is a soup shirt, but it's like it's just a bunch of things like hot dogs are tacos. Blah 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 blah.
When,
blah, blah.
When you get into the ocean, you are soup. You are part of soup.
Like things like this, just on that shirt. Hi.
I mean, our eyes are just gushers.
Just got down.
I'm sorry.
Take your nasty ass pizza. Take it away.
It's just Supreme.
It's not Supreme pizza.
Yes, it is.
Supreme pizza's unique.
No, that's all meat pizza. Supreme pizza has a bunch of veggies.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not.
I'm gonna say something that's immediately gonna piss off Chris. Deep dish pizza is overrated. Especially the Chicago deep dish pizza. That one's extremely overrated.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you were saying. What was that?
Oh, look what I started, Chris.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh, Chris. It's got too much sauce.
It's not a fucking pizza.
Oh my god.
It doesn't taste like pizza. It tastes like sauce.
Writing down usernames and blocking people.
for those of you who don't know, Chris lived in the Windy City for quite a while, right?
I grew up there.
They grew up there. So what I'm saying is an act of war. You saw that coming. You're from Illinois, I agree with Levi's kid 100%. Forgiveness is divine, but never try to insult a good pizza.
It's not even pizza.
It's not even pizza.
You legally should not be able to customize it.
I'll make you a deal, Chris.
What's the deal?
Pineapple pizza can no longer be considered a pizza if Chicago pizza can no longer be considered a pizza.
but that's not true.
Pineapple on pizza. The U.S. didn't even start pineapple on pizza, so technically it does count as pizza. Chicago pizza was 100% started here, and it doesn't got a pizza. It's nasty.
Only if you can't hold it. If you cut it into small enough pieces, it works as a pizza.
It's a soup. You're eating sauce, bro.
No, you're not.
You are.
You've
They
clearly
have
never
that.
had a correct deep dish pizza. So Chicago style pizza
We have
is
not.
thin crust pizza. It is a thin crust made to meet the deep dish. Then they put down a layer of sausage, then a layer of cheese, then toppings, then sauce.
You went wrong when you said sausage.
What?
You went wrong when you said sausage.
You can't see their face, but their face, like, do the disgusting
No.
face scene. Then they went,
What is Ohio style pizza?
I have had proper deep dish style pizza. My I don't think either of my kids have had anything other than like Little Caesars version, and that's a very sad.
That's just
No, I-
giant puffy crust with a little bit of cheese and sauce on it.
I had proper deep dish.
Did you?
Especially in pizza places around here. I've had proper deep dish.
Philip, I think that the pineapple on the pineapple pizza would dissolve Toot before he can finish eating it. He's too small.
Oh, can you? I need a Coke for my head.
You don't have any Coke left.
I don't have any canned Coke left.
I don't think so.
Aline, can you hear me? Aline, can you hear me? So now we need to order Lou Malnati's shipped here just so I can cook and make and eat deep dish pizza in front of everybody to taunt them.
What?
The best pizza place in Chicago called Lou Malnati's. They will ship their pizza nationwide on ice,
Oh, that's cool.
and then you just cook it in your oven.
That kind of money.
No, they're smalls. They're small ones. You can't get big ones. But it's like I think it's $100 for $100 for 8 of them. I think, which I mean, you're like, oh, that's a lot of money. But if you break it down, that's like it's like $12 a pizza, and a lot of places charge $12 for their medium, anyways.
Oh, so it's medium-sized pizzas.
Like
That's not a medium. That's small.
head sized, yeah. But it's
personal
not
size
it's
pizza.
not thin crust. It's like 4 thin crust pizzas stacked together as the thickness of it.
This is like, yeah, pizza.
He's from Chicago. His idea of pizza is ingrained in his blood. Am I wrong?
I have the blood test to prove it. No, I'm just kidding.
when Chris bleeds, it's marinara. Every person from Chicago, just call your blood marinara. Oh no, he's bleeding. No, that's just marinara. Anyone seen Rick and Morty? Because I just had a really bad idea.
I actually have not.
So there's an episode of Rick and Morty where the best spaghetti ever made is effectively from people. And can you imagine the best pizza being made from people? But in the same sense of the Rick and Morty thing. It's a wild episode.
It's Rick and Morty. I don't think that classifies as wild.
Let's turn cheesy real quick. You like your homemade pizza better than delivery? Yeah. There's a lot of food that my kids liked when they were younger that they don't like now. Both cooked and not cooked. The tism is totally That's what's really not fun. I was wondering when you're gonna come down here.
He's cute.
Here. Couple cheese sticks. And do you want pepperoni or do you want supreme?
Pepperoni. Ow, fuck. Gonna fall down.
That's supreme. The pepperoni. You want one piece or two? There you go. You want to close that back up?
Root beer.
Yeah. Raven.
Oh,
I don't. Raven.
you need to eat it. What am I about?
I can't reach the lid.
I'm
When you do, go ahead and take the pizza up there. I don't need to be eating anymore.
not. I could follow. I'm also not putting it away.
Yeah, they almost killed the planet with that one. Yeah. Oh goodness. What's sad is I don't think the Constantine video is doing very well on TikTok right now. And it has, and that's because like TikTok's been broken for everyone here. TikTok's been broken, which sucks.
Dude, it's doing good.
Is it?
It's less than 2 hours old. It's got 4,000 views, 5,189 on it.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
It started out real slow, but then it jumped. It kicked off real quick.
On YouTube, I might do the short.
Do people like it?
Probably tomorrow or the next day. It kind of depends on if you want to post something tomorrow.
I'm probably gonna have.
You have two videos. You have the one you're working on now, right? And then you have the.
I'd like to drop Dresden tomorrow, but if this keeps growing, we'll drop it Thursday instead.
Yeah, how does Chris feel about the thumbnail?
Oh, you didn't get to see the thumbnail.
No, I didn't.
So I'll share my screen after pulling it up. My kiddo was in charge while I was editing. I put this one in charge of making the thumbnail so I could continue to edit. Look at that. Look at that. If you zoom in, which you can't on that, they painted his toenails.
That's awesome.
Gave him some moldy cheese, a diary.
Scroll over to the left. Does that say SYBAU?
Shut your bitch ass up.
Oh.
So Constantine's looking at a bottle of whiskey, saying "Shut your bitch ass up" to Voldemort. Oh, I love it. Oh, you can see it on the PC. That is so good. So you can see. You can.
Efforts were not in vain.
Yeah, your efforts were not in vain.
My suffering was not in vain.
Oh, I have been thinking of all the thumbnails that we sit and we make of turning them into like little square stickers that people can plaster somewhere and have fun with them. I've been thinking of it. And I might just do that, to be honest, with a few of them. I love how somebody was like, somebody immediately mentioned Hellboy would smell like that too. And I'm like, yeah, except that Hellboy is going to smell more like cats than he will brimstone. And somebody actually pointed that out. that video, I really wanted that video to do better than it did because I was hoping that we could start a series off of it. It did not perform well enough, but one of the things you have a good one, kiddo. One of the things that about those videos is that like they tend to like just continue to get views, so it very well might down the road do better. We'll see. So those of you who are on YouTube, did you get to see the little addition I added? The translation along with the sponsored part.
I did.
Chris actually said that he really enjoyed the Constantine video. We did a really, for everyone that helped with some of Constantine's lines and making sure he sounded the way he needed to sound. Thank you so much. I would have been able to do it, but it wouldn't have turned out as well without your help. And I love that, especially like some of the lines that we came up with. This is why I love having an audience that's so interactive. The skin is crackling. Yeah, it's kind of dry here too. You saw it? You loved it? That's awesome. Snake foes poser with a soul like Swiss cheese and painted nails. Oh my god. We've done the joke, the Chris Henson joke, and it did not land as well as we wanted it to.
It did not.
The Predator versus Winchester's video was one of those, like, it was original video of mine, and I had Chris help a hefty amount with the video, and there were certain jokes that I had that I was like, nope, we got to keep these in for the people. That was one of the jokes that Chris was like, because I was struggling with that area, and Chris was like, "We'll try this," and I was like, "Ah, I like that." And it was one of those few times that me and Chris agreed on something that didn't work out. Like usually we're pretty spot on when we're like, "Oh, we like that." It's you, yeah. Sometimes things just fall. That's whatever. Eh. Thank you, Stephen, for the donation.
Thank you, Stephen.
Oh yeah, see that would be a great series. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus the other 3 I mentioned, 8, 9, 10. That would be 10 videos. Chris, that's 10 videos. We can still do the one about Charlie Brown and what was the other one that I mentioned? Charlie Brown and who else? What was the
Charlie Brown and the Minions?
Yeah, so Charlie Brown, the Minions, we can still do those videos. Groot, Chewbacca, Boomhauer. We've already done Swedish Chef. Kenny from South Park, Red R2D2, Donald Duck, and Austin Powers. That's 10 videos right there altogether. Now, mind you, we need one more. And yeah, I would say Snitchel would be a really good one from Chowder. That would be easily 10 videos right there of, like, you don't really know what they're saying.
Is Schnitzel the one that just goes, "Ma"?
Yada, 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 yada.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Rada. Rada, 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 Rada. That's all he does. Rada, Rada. Not yada. Rada is what it is. R-A-D-A. I did a whole video talking to Schnitzel about something. I can't remember what it was.
I remember that one.
And I had voice acting with Jossum. And what happened is at the end of the video, I fucking broke character because me and Jossum are live making this video. And it was so funny. I was having so much fun. I broke character. It's full on Rada. So he's just like nonstop stretched out. Well, I mean, I have somebody who can do the Rada. Also, like since it's just Rada. That's all it is. That's one of those because I have a voice actor previously established for. I would probably just reach out and be like, "Hey, I've already worked with you, done this once with you. Let's do this again." So the Meveled Eggs incident, which was 48 seconds long, it wasn't a very long video. Oh, the days when I had long hair that I was using to hide a bald spot that was forming way more than it should. This video, anyone that comments on my hair, you do not realize how much of a bald spot I am hiding in this video, which is much better now than it is in that video. But let's watch it. Let's give it a watch.
Snitzel, I apologize about the delivery of the Meveled Eggs, but Rada back at you. I told you. Oh, don't you dare talk about my mother that way, you little Rada. Look, I think we got a little heated. Rada. We'll take care of the issue. We'll go ahead and do the next delivery at half off. Rada. You have a good day too. Snitzel,
It's such a stupid little video. I love it. It's just arguing back and forth. Rada. Jocelyn did such an amazing job. Oh my god. Oh my god, I love that. That was one of your safe shows. Don't worry. I don't want to be the voice. Okay. Did you manage to build No! I need Troa. I like it's one of those things where like now that I'm like set up, I've got everything specifically I for it and everything. I'm waiting. We need to work with Troa. I might give up and be like, screw it, let's go ahead and make it. But he's been Troa's been really busy, so. What if Member Solutions got a call from Irving? I'm still fucking laugh crying from that. Oh goodness. Would John McClane be able to outwit? No. Nah. Here's the difference between John McClane and Kevin McAllister. John McClane is, or McClane, I think is actually what it is. Just normal guy cop, right? Effectively, and a little bit there.
I think he's Kevin's real father.
You think he's Kevin's real father? But Kevin McAllister has access to John McClane's videos, MacGyver stuff, so on and so forth. Like you have a kid who is raised on the stuff, on the type of people that John is, but even more so. So
MacGyver is Home Alone, the grown-up TV series, and the Die Hard movies are Home Alone, the grown-up movie series.
That's not a bad one.
Yeah. So we still need to find a sketch where we can refer to Brock Sampson as being Diet Chuck Norris.
Oh, that would be funny too. So many people would jump on that comment.
One of the Borg videos that I'm going to do, in addition to what Steven suggested, is a remake of the Borg versus Magic Users, where they captured both Dresden and Potter, and they wake Dresden up to ask him which one he is, and the whole bullshit goes.
I thought you already made that video. I thought you already redid that one.
I didn't. Or if I did, it was not recently. My friend who did the Borg Queen voice said that was probably her favorite voice to do so far we've given her. And she's like, do you have more videos for her? And I'm like, I bet you I will.
I feel like that video was done. I could have swore.
No sport, it's John. Who? All right, now I got to get the Lockhart lines recorded.
Yeah. No, it was God, it's been that long. Last time you remade it was 2023.
It was what?
Pardon me. The last video that I'm seeing, at least, that I know for a fact is a remake, is the because it's a 4-minute long sketch. Back in 23. So it's been a couple of years.
Yeah, it has. I'm gonna meet you again.
Yep.
This is Gilderoy Lockhart. Gilderoy Lockhart, a renowned adventurer, magical beast hunter, acclaimed author.
Rhoda?
You dare to?
This is not a hard voice to do.
No, I need your help.
I've done
Double
that
consultant. This
last year.
American wizard. American, surname's Dresden.
Oh no, never mind. It was the Predators versus.
You're telling me when we were introduced, we shook hands, locked eyes, and I saw horrible things. Then it was back to normal, and he said, "Ha, a charlatan." He said it in front of the entire staff, threatening to out my secret. Oh, yes, that. Overrated. Yes, it's opened. It was just a big
thing is,
snake
like, you
and
don't
an
need it to
evil
be
book
perfect.
in there.
People know who you're trying to be.
Yes, Dresden killed the serpent contained therein and destroyed the book.
As long as you're not.
Now everyone's singing his praises.
sounds
and
entirely
my
different.
charms don't work on him, so I can't get him to believe that I did it and claim his accolades for myself.
And for everyone here, I do apologize. I'm still.
No, you have to help me preserve my reputation. What if
I was in a
everyone
lot of pain
finds
and
out?
not able to sleep for the last like 2 to 3 days very well, and I finally caved and
My
got some
Horcruxes
new
is
meds.
gone, destroyed.
One of them is much stronger
What
on purpose.
happened to my
Because
diary?
after like 48 hours of like I think 3 hours
What
of sleep,
happened to
going on to
my
72-hour marker,
diary?
I was like,
What happened to my diary?
my brain's not shutting off and everything, and I'm at a point to where I'm struggling to actively sleep no matter what I do.
Ooh.
So took more medicine than what I normally do. And
Wheezy Voldemort's a hard voice to do. Yeah.
so that there is one thing. When Chris gets back, I want to ask him a question.
I'm back.
Okay. So I might pull up a video and I'm going to ask your no, I will pull up a video. I'm going to ask your opinion on how this video was done, if I can find it. And I say how it was done, I mean like how well of a thing that they did. So we're gonna watch this together. Everyone here. Hopefully it doesn't flag for music.
Uno momentatum. Okay.
Okay. I like how they did this.
Dude, I hate ice levels.
I know, right? You're out there trying to have a good time, and then bam, an ice level comes out of nowhere to ruin your whole day.
Yeah, ice levels just feel so antagonistic. It's like the system is picking a fight with me for no good reason.
Yeah, it's like ice is just being used as a cheap tactic to take control away from people.
Plus, the ice mechanics aren't even clear. Like, if I run into this ice, the game makes me freeze. But if I run into this ice, I just straight up die?
I know, dude. Ice levels are always just so disorganized and poorly made. It's like they don't even have to meet the same rigorous standards other levels have to.
It's almost like whoever made the level thought, oh, here's a solution. I'll just stuff this whole area full of ice and make it harder for everyone. I'm so good at my job.
Seriously, whoever came up with ice levels is either a lazy idiot or a narcissistic asshole. Or both.
Literally, everyone that's ever encountered ice levels hates them.
Yeah, ice levels.
Ice levels.
Ice
No.
Can't hear you.
Oops, sorry. That is a very heavily political video, even by their standards.
That's a really good script and horrible performance.
Yeah, horrible performance. I like that performance compared to what some of the stuff that this feels very political. That's because it was.
But even so, like those two guys were both in like I'm acting mode, and I wanted to be like,
I have seen what they're capable of, so for them to produce it like that, I'm wondering if maybe they were just like so pissed off at the situation that they weren't able to act in any other way.
I doubt it. That seemed intentional.
But one of the things for everyone here, there's a script that I made for Levi Lore, and it's one of those things where I have the script. It was mostly done, and we were just needing to fine tune it, and a bunch of shit happened, and I'm like, I want to put this out. And then we put out a different lore video, and it didn't perform. Well, it's performed much better since then, but it didn't perform as well as I wanted it to. And so at first I was like, well, people probably don't want this. But then it's like at 53,000 now on YouTube. Analytics on it are actually decent. I don't know why there's 142. That's a very weird. Huh? %168 of people. 108. What?
What?
Percentages can be more than 100% as viewers may rewind to watch a sequence more than once. So that's odd. The first few seconds of the video, we had people rewinding the intro of the video. So like literally the first few seconds, people were rewinding all the way up to the whole Levi stuff. That is so weird. And so we retained a 75% viewership throughout the whole thing. That video did okay. And the analytics are drunk, I guess. But it really it screws with me being able to like, well, how well did this video do when the video is showing above 100%? I'm like, that doesn't happen very often. That makes life a little bit more difficult to decide on that. On Facebook, the lore video, however, the disadvantage of Facebook versus YouTube, and honestly,
You
TikTok
can't
versus YouTube.
sort the videos.
Huh? Oh, you
You
can't sort the
the
videos.
content.
It's very difficult to like do playlists and everything. I have a couple of them, and sometimes it works. I've had videos like just decide to take themselves off of the playlist on Facebook, particularly. And so, like after the third time of the video, automatically removing itself. I was like, I am so fucking tired of trying to fix this playlist. 64,000 views on that. Like, it didn't do horrible. But trying to explain to people why Nappa it doesn't like Pokeballs and stuff became like you don't want to have
So many people knew the reference and made comments that were callbacks to the animation.
They did, which I am glad for. I'm just not quite sure. I'm sitting here with the political environment as it is, the stance that we have taken, and it's like, I want to put something out, but at the same time, should I wait on that lore video and we should do something else? I like the way Warp Zone, I like Warp Zone's sketch. I don't like the way they acted it.
A huge part of me wants to make political comments, and a huge part of me does not.
I think if we've been on the right path where we have a few political things here and there, but they're done in a way that's not like in your face. They're not completely direct, but it very much shows that we don't support certain things, right? And watching Warp Zone's sketch, I was like, the fuck ice level sketch that they did, that was a beautifully written sketch. And I was like, God, if we did something in that same vein, but performed it as, you would normally perform a sketch versus that very poor performance, rather than them just, basically saying it, but actually perform it as a sketch, I think you'd do better. We get to say what we want to say, but at the same time, it's not going to come off directly political. And that could be the same thing with the sketch that I've already got written down. But the thing that I don't like about my sketch is that it's not bad in the sense of, like, as far as the lore video, it does what it does, but it could be better, is where I'm at on it. Whatever we did, it would have to be. It has to be in that one area. Me and Chris do. Here's the downside to political comedy. Once you step fully into political comedy, it's very hard.
It's really hard to step back out.
Yeah. So
And
you
one,
have.
I mean, this is supposed to be comedy for everybody.
And so, like,
and it's one of the reasons why we let y'all watch the lives and hang out with us, but we don't let anybody else in, because if it becomes a thing where someone else were to come in and decide they wanted to make political statements, there's no going back from that.
Yep. I've gone on lives, and during the breakfast lives, there's that knowledge and warning, and I give it every single time. I'm like, hey, these live streams are more political. You'll
never know, DJ Munson.
Oh my God, it would be so great to do. He did a fantastic job. He just wasn't able to because of his scheduling. But we had a guy who did a great job, not necessarily in R&D, but what's called build crew. And funny guy, great, has the capacity for, has the innate talent, has the talent to do this, really does. But unfortunately, his life doesn't let him record a lot. And very similar to how I started, where there's something there that just needs to be, nurtured and expanded and, let them learn and everything. And he's still at that same starting point because he hasn't been able to explore it much. It'd be nice though to have I don't know, just help. Having other people be going live like this, having people like Alec or Josh or somebody like that, the collabs that we do. One of the things that's so nice about working with the voice actors that we've managed to find, the collabs that we managed to find, is that fresh intake of stuff from people who, and I don't take this wrong, anybody, but people who have the experience or have done comedy long enough that like they can really like shoot it off, right? And you guys have a lot of that. There's plenty of comments that you have made. Colleen, especially, has done a lot of comments that have wound up in skits. Steven has done a lot of comments like that. Troa, hey, how you doing? Troa has had a few. We have I haven't seen him being here for so long. Art, oh god, was it just totally spacing? He's been a long time followers, and I just spaced his username. I hate ADHD so much. ADHD sucks. Fucking sucks. Anyways, Debbie's done quite a bit too. Yep. And then there's and don't take this wrong. We've had ideas that we've had that we haven't seen anyone else. Both Chris and I have had ideas, whether we worked on them by ourselves or we worked on them together without like letting you guys know what's going on, and produced the idea. And then somebody goes, "Oh, you used my idea from months ago." And I'm like, I never saw your comment. I'm not going to take that away from somebody. At the same time, that's not always the case. There are plenty of times where we haven't seen something and it just lines up correctly. And I think that's pretty cool because there are times when you can directly go, "Oh, hey, you're the one who gave me the idea," right? And then there's plenty of times you can't do that. I had an idea for a sketch, and this was me being first one I did. It was a tongue twister of verifyingly vilifying insurance thing or something like that. I did the sketch. It was one of the first real videos I did, period. It was like the third video I'd made on TikTok altogether. And first 20 seconds are pretty solid. And then after that, it kind of falls flat. And it was a call center type video. And the reason it fell flat is because I didn't like know how to really build the story, right? And then 7 hours later, Panda Red posted virtually identical, but a stronger version of it. And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Panda Red also proceeded to mute me when I tried, like, kept deleting my comments when I tried to ask. I was like, "Hey, did you see my video that I did and released before yours?" I realized very quickly that might have been the case. A year down the road, after hearing some of the other stuff I had found out about Panda Red, I was like, "Oh, this is common in this space." Not Panda. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about Panda directly right now. In general, in that creative space, that type of content, a lot of people will go to Reddit, will go to these other things, and back in early TikTok, you could do that and get away with it, and people wouldn't research it. Panda Red took over half of his content straight from Reddit. Reddit posts that had been made for years, and then tried to say he had the idea. And then there were enough people who called him out and was like, "This came directly from Reddit. This was years on Reddit before your thing." He tried to claim words, but he's not the only one. To be clear, he's not the only one who's done Reddit stories. But there's a subset of people who will create like that and not give credit where credit is due. And then the other subset, which I follow and love, they see a comment, they see an idea, they see a Reddit post, they get shared, and they go, "Oh my God, this is a great idea. Let me make a video from it."
If I,
And they
yeah,
credit it.
like the Borg video, the Borg assimilating the Swedish chef video was directly inspired by a meme. I never claimed to have the idea. I just made the video.
One of the videos that I did, which was based off a comment I saw during a live stream, and I just went and did the video. And I had already had a similar idea beforehand, but this, like, I see the solo comment, I was like, oh yeah, shit, let's make this a video. I remember, and I go and make my video, and One Shot Questers produces a video like just a couple days before I do, and it was around the same time as the live stream. When I saw that, I was like, oh shit, yeah. And people were like, oh, you stole this from One Shot Questers. I was like, what? No. And even if that was the case, this is a joke that's been used for the last like 20 years. What the hell are you talking about? And it was one of the D&D sketches. I can't remember which one, but I got really pissed off that somebody was like, you just stole a joke. And I was like, no, I didn't. Go to Reddit and then go back to his post and come back here and talk to me. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. But this is a joke that's been in the D&D community for like 10 plus years.
This video, we made that joke about Gary the same fucking day that Nathan Fillion dropped his joke video with the same joke about why there's not vampires in Africa. The same goddamn day.
And I have openly admitted that even though I had the idea for the Gary stuff when we were trying to figure out how to do it, I got my idea from Reddit and then got reminded while we were here, and then we wrote it up and made it.
But Levi Markin, right? But neither he nor I nor you came up with that joke. It's been circling around for a long time.
So there's nothing wrong with expanding on a joke. There's nothing wrong with taking and using it. Like Who's on First is a prime example of everyone does a version of Who's on First. Everyone, every person that does comedy will eventually do a version of that. And to be fair, when I did mine, I didn't know Who's on First even was. I think that is funny and cool because I learned about Who's on First because of me accidentally doing a version of it. And people commenting, oh, Who's on First, but Addams Family. I'm like, what are you talking about? I go and look it up. I go watch it, and I was like, oh my God, this is so fucking cool. And since then, I have seen like 40 different versions of that sketch. Some of them good. A lot of them not so much. It's an old joke. Yes, it is, but it's a good one. It's the reason why we do the Ultimate Showdown references. It's the reason why we do the abridged references. If we're referencing something and we're not straight up saying, hey, I got this idea because of that, be sure that if we referenced it, we know it. And the reason why the reference exists in the way that it does is very specifically because it was going to be a comment. It was going to be something. Somebody was going to say something. Let's just reference it in the video. I'm going to highlight this, DJ. As somebody who watched a ton of Mr. Rogers outside of the Mr. Rogers, he wouldn't. He really wouldn't. Mr. Rogers would still go out of his way, and it's not even out of his way for Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers would still try to make Napa smile. That's one of those things that, like, there are characters. here's a good way to put it. There exists an entire website dedicated to let you know if the dog dies in a video, and what that means is if there's animal cruelty or child cruelty or anything like that in a movie or in a video or something like that, it exists to let you know, hey, trigger warning, this is in there, right? And that is because there are lines in movies, TV, there are characters, lines that you don't cross or you don't make fun of or something like that. Mr. Rogers is universally one of those. You can make a joke about Mr. Rogers as long as Mr. Rogers stays Mr. Rogers. Like when the Ultimate Showdown came out, there were rumors about him being in the military and stuff like that. And that's how that joke got made. But since then, those jokes have been cleared up. And it's like those rumors and jokes have been cleared up and people don't go back to him. In fact, people will defend him going, this is fun. That's funny. And you can reference that, but you can't make a new version of that. Right?
Thor's hammer picks up Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers would make Nappa want to be pure. Yeah. There are rarely new jokes, just new interpretations. The best part about it is a lot of the new interpretations are people who never heard the original joke. Just thought of a new way to tell what they thought was a new joke. The Addams Family sketch that I want to rewrite to be more like a Who's on First sketch is a prime example of that. I'd never seen it. I improv that scene. It came out the way it did. And then after I saw it, I was like, God, I really want to make this a sketch. The problem is that's a very hard sketch to do. I'm waiting for Chris to have time to actually go over the Stitches Thor video. Maybe go over the Levi Lore video and maybe tighten it up a little bit. We have a whole new thing that I want to do with the time traveler stuff that I think would be really fun, but we got to think of a way to do that. But I'm not sure how much I have it in me to do that tonight. I can probably go over
do that tonight. I mean, the whole reason I was going to go live was to record that video and chat a little bit, edit it, and then be done.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you want to go over the Stitches Thor, since I wrote more on it after you left that in the day.
I am editing what I just recorded.
Yes, time travel. So I have a sketch that's like a time traveler and his roommate, right? And I wrote a big giant thing. I really like it, but at the same time, I was like, this can be better. And I figured out last night, early this morning, last night, at some point, I don't know. My time, like I said, didn't get a whole lot of sleep. How to do it better. And it needs to be shorter. It needs to be dramatically shorter. It needs to be like a 1-page or less sketch. So we're looking at a minute or a little over a minute max sketch. Has a single punchline, right? You can have jokes, but the punchline is just a single punchline. For the one with the weather, like the one I was writing where he stole snow, I want to do it to where, dude, I think you opened the portal in the wrong area type of thing. And take blame for the snow like in Texas. And basically that's him. And not even mention like the fact that he made a time device. No, it's just that he's going and opening this stuff up and keeps screwing up. He's a bumbling time traveler who keeps trying to fix the past, and something fucks up here for us. The weather being wonky. Pardon. Taking blame for the Crunchwrap Supreme leaving, or what were some other examples I gave? Berenstein Bears and that kind of stuff. The Mandela effect, basically. Why CDs and DVDs took off. One of the things that we have an opportunity with that particular version of the sketch is I love history. I love learning about different facts in history, like why the Monopoly Man doesn't have a monocle. There is proof that he did at one point have a monocle. It would be nice to go back through and be like, hey, he did this because he got angry that he didn't win a Monopoly game and tried to end it, and now there's no monocle, right? CDs and DVDs. Do you guys know the reason why DVDs took off the way they did versus the other formats that were available at the time? Because there were several different formats, including vinyl that would play video. And I think it would be cool to be like, what do you mean we had a chance to have vinyl play video? Right?
You talking about Laserdisc?
Huh?
Talking about Laserdisc?
No, entirely different thing. Laserdisc was its own thing as well. But to everyone here, the reason why Laserdisc didn't take off was in all honesty marketing. Same reason why DVD and VHS went head to head the way they did, and DVD was able to take off. It was a mixture of marketing and greed. Because in order for you to play to make Laserdisc things, they had copyrighted like a bunch of stuff, so you had to pay a licensing fee. Whereas like DVD didn't have a licensing fee. It's the same reason like why HDMI versus optical and stuff like that. The same reasons. It's licensing. It was just straight up greed. I love old tech as well. I love learning the history of different things. Learning that the whole reason we have DVDs is effectively because of greed is funny to me. It's hilarious. It's a mixture of greed as well as technology that was evolving at such a rapid pace back then. But it's mostly the greed thing. Like taking ownership for Blockbuster closing the stores. Well, I got tired of getting charged for Rewind, Be Kind Rewind. So I told them not to take the deal with Netflix. And they just listened to you. I was a time traveler from the future. Why wouldn't they? Can you imagine how many people would be pissed off that like, hey, you're the reason Blockbuster doesn't exist. You're the reason this is gone. You're the reason my child... Like, you get to point at a character on a screen and go, fuck you. What was the old battle with VHS versus D-Track? D-Track.
No, it was versus Betamax.
Betamax, yeah. But all that kind of stuff, being able to go back and you find some convoluted, stupid reason as to why he wanted to fix or change it, and then like every so often you throw a curveball where life had gotten better because of this bumbling idiot, but the reason he went back was not a good one. It was a super selfish reason, and it just kind of bumbled into the goodness. And I think that would be cool too. Chris, Levi, how are you, gentlemen? We are... Well, Chris is probably doing better than I. I am still... What I think I'm going to need to do after this is, unless one of my kids wants to watch a show or spend time, I'm probably going to lie back down and see how... I don't know. I shouldn't go back to sleep, but I kind of don't want to be up. If that makes sense to anybody here?
It does. Why don't we call it?
I do want to go over the Stitch script. I want you to take a look at it, and have us both take a look at it, and because I got all the way, and there's a point where I have what's called an extra ending, but that's because like I went and wound up writing all the way to where what would be effectively its own sketch. And it's not needed is part of the Stitch thing. Let's see here. Extra ending, time skip. Wait, you're telling me just
Actually, I love the fact that the end of the Stitch thing sets the stage for why we get a bunch of board calls.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I went through this and as we were writing, I kept having moments of like, oh, that's a good ending. Oh, wait a minute, we should do this. And I just kept going until I got what I got all the way.
When he was able to,
but I really wanted to still include the Phoenix Force thing. And I was like, what we could do is we have the ending of the video where we want it, and then we do the closeout, and we have that little extra scene that we sometimes do. And that extra scene can be its own video as well. Because that extra scene is long enough to almost be a minute. It wouldn't be hard to expand it a little bit. No, I'm not gonna play a game. Like if I play a game, it won't be live. Not with the way with how tired I feel. And as far as tomorrow's stream, since I don't have physical therapy tomorrow, we'll probably do the dinner stream, but it might just be leftovers because I got a lot of leftovers in the kitchen right now. Just blink for a very long time.
Yeah, dude, your video is popping. 7,200 on TikTok in the first 3 hours. First 2 hours still.
And that's the fact that we've got the ad marked or sponsored marked on Constantine. The sponsor videos, just looking at them when we have to mark them as sponsored, they just do not perform as well. So it looks like Constantine will probably get the animation treatment, but I want to wait to see how the short does. So can we, we're going to let it take a day, and then I'm going to make a quick note. I'm going to schedule out the short right now. So Chris,
Sorry, Madman Fenrir has just messaged me, and I'm just catching him while I know he's online.
Oh yeah, 8th Warforged, I think, actually said that he managed to talk to Fenrir, and Fenrir said it was a great idea.
Yeah.
Where is oh yeah. So I'm scheduling out the short for tomorrow to drop tomorrow at.
We're working on a collaboration with America Wizard. We're talking about working on a collaboration with him.
There it goes. Now it lets me. So the Constantine versus Voldemort, it begins anew short. I'm going to schedule for tomorrow, and this way we can just let the videos breathe, and it is linked to the longer video. This way we can let all the videos breathe for a day, and then you can post your Dresden video Thursday, and then you have the Lantern video Friday.
Well, and I'm going to have the subtitles done with Alucard tomorrow as well. I'll get those back to you. I think that should be...
Do that on Friday?
Let's see how your video is doing tomorrow. If it hasn't exploded, I'll post the Dresden video tomorrow. So that gets 2 days. Because I think that'll blow up just because it's Dresden. Yeah. And then do the animation on Friday and give that the whole weekend.
Okay. I like that idea. And worst case scenario, we'll just have the You want to do Dresden next week and have the animation take the weekend slot?
Yeah, I mean, if your video turns into another one where it's going to hit 1 million across all platforms in 3 or 4 days, we should let that do what it's going to do, and then just post the animation on Friday. If it slows, I'll do Dresden tomorrow. We'll play it by ear.
Okay.
Believe it or not, DJ Munson, angrier. The John you see now is the calm John.
People are asking for more lore videos.
Yep.
in
Oh,
the
we've got
future.
we've got John's whole backstory kind of figured out. I think we've shared it on here before.
Yeah.
But just the short and dirty of it is that John was like a warlord that took over his whole home universe and bought a bunch of stuff from Acme or Villain and never paid it back. Just had a tab built up, which is why whenever Levi makes a comment about I'm going to add that to your tab, that's adding even more that John has to pay back to get out of it, to get out of here. So what John did was his natural body finally gave up. The life extension things they had just weren't working anymore. So he arranged for an immortal body to be made, and he was going to reincarnate into that body. He died, and Levi went yoink and grabbed his soul out of the reincarnation cycle and plopped him in his chair and was like, basically the customer service version of you're doing dishes till your debt's paid off.
Yeah. Did John try to defeat Levi at one point?
It didn't go well.
There for reference here, it's not that Levi is this unbeatable thing. No. Levi has become strong because of just living. I hate the idea that an immortal being wouldn't get stronger with time. It makes zero sense to me. You're telling me that somebody who gets to live for thousands of years didn't take every bit of knowledge that they have to improve themselves, to make themselves stronger in some fashion? That makes zero sense. I love it when that is the case. The problem is every time that it is the case, they call it a villain. Oh, I must be a villain. No. Why the fuck would you want to be a villain if you're immortal? If you can't die, you're going to have a villainous streak. You're going to have a heroic streak. But for the most part, you should really just live however the hell you want. You go and do what you want. Has Gyardo, I don't know who that is.
Gendo Ikari. That's the dad from Evangelion.
Oh. I would have had to look that. I would not have remembered. I have not watched that since it came out originally on like Adult Swim. So years. Immortal being like, oh, that was my villain phase. That was so last century. I love that idea so much. I think like the staff in general is just kind of on that list. Oh goodness. So Death Becomes Her. Oh yeah, Death Becomes Her. Yes. I love that. I love that movie. There are a lot of movies that I go, I love that movie, but I don't watch them more than once. Like what was that Christmas video that you told me to watch? The one where Santa goes on like a killing spree trying to save the kids or whatever. God, what was that called?
Violent Night.
So that's a really good, fun video.
I stopped to watch that last Christmas, and I was like, everyone says watch it. I'll give it 15 minutes. And in the first 5 minutes, I was like, I am here for this. Because he's drunk and he pukes out the side of the sleigh on the lady, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm gonna like this movie.
You showed me that SNL sketch the other day, yesterday, I think. You're muted.
Yeah, it was super violent.
Yeah, it was super violent. They did an SNL Home Alone version. And this is where the setup kind of matters. They were doing like it came off as on like campy Home Alone, right? And then did a 180 to super violent. I'm not a huge fan of that. I like buildup. I like having it would have made more sense to get more violent as time went on. And I would have been laughing throughout the whole thing. Now, Chris was laughing right away at that. I was like, this isn't my cup of tea. I would have preferred they keep the campy humor of Home Alone if they were going to follow it as much as they were doing. But had they escalated things slowly, after I took some time to think about it, had they escalated the quote unquote violence of each one slowly, each event that happened to each person getting more and more violent, it probably wouldn't have been as visceral for me. I probably would have been like, I'm laughing at this. This is funny. It's getting more and more violent as it goes on. Violent Night starts you off right off the bat. You know what you're getting into. And I think that's huge and awesome. Cocaine Bear was dumb but fun. I have not seen that one yet. I do want to watch that. That reminds me of the sketch that Chris is working on. Which I think it's done, isn't it? I don't think you could really improve the Vader Death Star denial.
I've made it better.
I saw that you've been updating it. I have not read it.
So I brought it to my writer's room, and they made some suggestions, and I kind of took those and was like, all right, let me look at this and see, whether or not I like those suggestions. I liked some of them, some I didn't. A lot of the excess swearing and sexuality I pulled out of it, not because it's not funny, but because it distracts from the actual story of the sketch.
So the one thing that's good, I like it rough. Can you go harder?
Vader's never had anybody do anything other than. So the minute that Levi goes, and he goes, can you go harder?
When I did the Darth Daddy thing, I did not think that you needed to do more than that. It could literally have been just me saying Darth Daddy and him going ew, and then that's it. And then you come back and we continue on. Originally you wrote it, I agree with that. Like that chunk of dialogue, back and forth, didn't need to be there. I can still have my line of Darth Daddy though, and that could be that's done. You don't need to expand on it. It's Darth Vader can still have that reaction. John come back. But I think having that line of Darth Daddy, you still have the adult humor, but you don't focus on it. You move forward. I still think that works.
I will put it back in. But I want to see it both ways. I don't think it's necessary. I think just the fact that you just smile and go, can you go harder? And he goes,
well, that's still the line of like I said, it's like, why are you smiling? You might not even need to do the smiling bit. You can have Levi just go harder, Darth Daddy, and like that's the only line I need to say, and Darth Vader can literally have the visceral reaction of ew, 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 which I feel is super short, straight to the point, and we get to move forward. And John gets to say, "Is like, did I just see you trying to force choke?" And then like you have it right there. We don't need to have Vader's extra line of "Why are you smiling?" Just having Levi smile and go harder, Darth Daddy. It's not a super adult, like either way, the way you're writing it, it's still an adult joke. But this is super visual of like Levi smiling. We have that, bam, it's a one-liner. We move forward from it because we get more of the visual jokes from it. Because you still have everything else written as if I did say that line in that way. And it comes off pretty much exactly the same. That's good. I like it rough. Can you go harder?
Mm-hmm.
I would argue that is probably worse than me saying harder, Darth Daddy. Because I have to do this number. Chris, I'm going to read this. We're going to start from the claw. Have you do the "Why are you smiling?" And
Hold on. I'm not in it. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. I'm doing the claw. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, so I'm clawing at my throat, and then you go, "Why?"
I gotta find it. I gotta find it. I'm also going to change up the order in which the filters happen. The first filter is going to be the Giga Chad chin, and he's going to be like, "Ooh, I like that," and then it starts going off the rails as he gets into worse ones.
Okay.
Like he likes the first one. I had to find it. Hold on. There we go. No, I need to know what Levi was saying about this Luke Skywalker person, and I'm not going to let you distract me any longer.
Vader, I told you it's not important.
Why are you smiling?
That's good. I like it rough. Can you go harder? Now, alternatively, and he just starts choking. So I'm choking me, and I go, harder, Darth Daddy. The difference being here is about 15 seconds of Levi looking at a camera and having those reactions. Like, from a readings standpoint, I get what you mean. But I'm going to have to look at the camera and pretend as if this is hot. And you're going to have to stare at my face in that form for an extra 15 seconds doing that line. Instead of saying, having Darth Vader even do the "I'm smiling" line, he's choking me. And I go, harder, Darth Daddy. And immediately it's there. So you get less than, it's like 10 seconds or less of a line. We don't drag it. We don't need to drag it out and see Levi's kink.
Yeah, that's a really good point. What I might do is I might get my friend Josh, who does a really good Vader voice, and to put on the helmet, which makes your voice deeper anyways. And I might just ask him to be Vader live.
I believe
and it's just going to be the mask anyway. So we can always dub over. Always have Popo dub over the lines. We can have Josh say them and have Popo dub over.
We talked about that the reason why would be with Josh being able to do the cadence as well.
Not the Josh you know, a different Josh. One who lives local here. You don't know him.
I know 3 different Do I know 2 Joshes?
This is a different Josh.
So do you know 3 Joshes then?
I know a bunch of Joshes.
Okay.
I've got Joshes for days.
Adamone to I don't see, that's the thing. If we get 3 people in here, it will probably be the best version that we can make, because there's not going to be a cut point. And this is where it's important to like know it. So like if we do this and then he dubs over the lines, as long as whoever is wearing the mask can speak in a similar fashion to what Vader does, it's not even necessary to dub over the lines, but it would allow Popo to be like, okay, I can match the timing. Versus
Right.
Popo needing to be in here to do that timing.
I didn't mean dub over it. I meant we can have Bubble record the lines, having Josh's dialogue, so he knows how fast to say it.
Yeah. Well, that's what dubbing over is. This is what they did with the original Vader.
Right. Oh, I know. Yeah.
I know two people named Chris. I know this Chris, and I know a different Chris, which is also a very close friend of mine. That can be very weird. I also know, we've got a Levi Markin. My brother from another is also called Levi. And then I'm Levi. So there's 3 Levi's right there. But as I was trying to say, and I think Chris is currently typing, you can hear me, correct, Chris? Okay. So we've talked about like redoing videos, right? For everyone here. And there's a certain point where some videos we can't redo for whatever reason they be. One of the videos that I personally will never redo is the Lost Child video. I've been asked to redo it. I've been asked to bring it up. It looks atrocious from a quality standpoint. And even my kiddo was like, why don't you redo it? I had to, when I did that video, I was imagining my kiddos and myself in that position. It took me 7 tries. And on the 7th one, I was just done. Like, I didn't feel like my performance was well enough. Very obviously it was. But it's one of those, I can't go back and do it again because it's mentally just that too hard on me to do. But on the opposite side effect is sometimes you get a video that is either A, came out really, really well, or it's just did well at the time. It is a product of its time type of video. Those you can't really redo either. The Kevin McAllister video, I would love to restart the whole Kevin McAllister series. That is one of those series that might be a product of its time, though. Because Chris has tried to bring back the Kevin McAllister video by reposting it, and it did very poorly. And looking at it, we're good enough at writing and everything that we could redo it. However, I don't know if we could do it in a way that would exceed the original. But that was very much a product.
I don't think we could.
No. It's not to say that we won't revisit it at some point. But then you have videos whether it be my video or Chris's video, where we look at it and go, we want to make a better version of it. And we keep making versions of it. Like there is now probably 5 or 6 versions of the Star Trek Denial video.
You mean the Vader denial?
Vader Denial. Yeah. Vader Denial video. And there is even subparts where we wind up, after talking to Vader, we talk to Palpatine or somebody else or something like that. The video that Chris has currently got written, though, is by far, and I wanted to say this directly to Chris, out of all the videos that you've done, after all the retakes you've done of this, in all honesty, this is the strongest one I've seen.
Oh, by far. By far.
And I do not think if we get this filmed, I don't think that this could be improved beyond this.
No, this will be the last time. Oh, jeez, that hurts.
Star Trek, Star Wars.
Holy shit.
Star Trek. Oh yeah, I've already mentioned my brain fuzz. To the prom? What? No. Oh, takes Wednesday Addams to the prom. Can't really do some of that stuff with our particular channel. Doug's
Okay, let's.
So, like, this
Long
type
will
of
be
thing?
walking. Let's go ahead and do Stitch real quick.
Okay. So scrolling up past part 1. So for those of you who haven't seen part 1, we find out Stitch is Thor. It ends off with Nappa saying, I mean, it's already been messed with a whole bunch anyways. How much damage can Stitch honestly do that hasn't been done? And we're starting off as if we didn't have a cut point. So John immediately goes into Stitch in the Marvel Universe. Hello?
I'm here.
Do you need me to pull it up?
I'm looking at part 2.
Yeah. Stitch in the
Part two,
Marvel
part-
Universe. Yep.
Wait. Yes.
Right here.
Yep. Yeah.
So go for it.
Well, isn't it like all heroes and villains there? Yeah, that's the problem.
Or maybe the solution.
What are you doing?
Going right to the source.
You know you can't change a fixed point in time, Levi. We already know all 14,605 plus ways this ends. But that was before Stitch was there.
John shoots a dirty look. Exactly. Tony picks up.
Oh, look who came to join the party. The soulless corporation aptly named Villain. A bit busy right now. Call back never. Boo.
Damn it, Tony.
Tony, Levi, you can't just.
Not trying to change anything. And
I can't.
sneaked out.
How does a fixed point in time even affect the multiverse like Marvel anyway? Short answer: the battle pretty much always happens, and one of the main heroes always dies. Usually Tony.
Tony, don't hang up. It's Levi.
You got 20 seconds. Make it count.
I need to talk to Stitch. It's a matter of universal importance.
Sorry, Chief. He's a bit busy. You know that little guy can shoot arc blast? He calls it a Kame.
Kamehameha. Yeah. And he can turn into light. And
No, he can't. Heck, he has trouble flying. Although the fact that he can't without a suit is still impressive, and he's smart too.
and then you go, what?
What?
He can't turn into light or freely use the elements.
1 second. Jerry Timmons, I'm a really, really, really bad Dresden fan, and I haven't read it yet because I haven't had time. Sorry.
You're okay. So Levi
Not that I
says
know
that-
of. Well, besides Thor's lightning, did you know picking up the hammer gave you all Thor's powers? Now that's a kick in the pants, huh?
yeah, it's written on the hammer. Look, I need to speak to Stitch.
Boom. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, fine. Friday, patch him in.
And I go like, he lost his ascension powers.
Oh, well, I guess given Danvers is about to show up soon, he really won't make a difference, I think. And you tell me not to say that. And you tell me not to say that kind of thing. And you tell me not to say that kind of thing. It's different when I say it.
Looking at you. No, it's not. Fucking hell. I hope you didn't just. And then Stitch busy.
Who's busy?
Stitch, you can't just go around messing with different universes' timelines.
Tony is family, and family doesn't get left behind.
God, it's such a horrible Stitch. I'm so sorry, I've got distracted. Oh, Stitch, you can't save everyone. Tony knows that. He chose that.
And I chose to save them no matter what. I will bring Lilo and Nani home and save Tony.
What?
Stitch will be the hero. Stitch will bring everyone back. Is that a better Stitch?
I think I would have preferred the other one. Anyways, Stitch, you can't rewrite this. God damn it. Fucking distraction. Stitch, you can't rewrite this from that point. And what does Lilo and Nani have to do with son of a
Well, what's Stitch doing there?
saving Lilo and Nani, apparently?
Nappa, when's the last time we got through to Stitch's original universe? When was I told to keep track of that?
All calls are recorded for quality assurance, Nappa.
Since when? When you started, I showed you the call server room, Nappa. The door right there. The bathroom.
You get to look horrified. Computer goes, I've seen things, horrible things. Now we're fully leaning into Samara being the computer
Yeah,
at
yeah.
this point.
Why does the computer sound like that?
Still not paying attention, I see. Do you even remember when the computer got a voice? When? Samara? Bingo, give the old man a prize.
So you can tell us?
Yes, considering I've been here since Borg Cube destroyed. Hint, hint.
Is there a correlation between the Borg cubes and Lilo and Nani being missing?
Oh my god, the egg finally cracked.
The egg? She means your bald head.
Have you looked in the mirror?
Oh, you're mean.
How many episodes have I been ignored for? Samara, we can deal with grudges later, but it's is that a yes or a no? Yes, that's what I said.
Well, shit.
And then
So the
Nappa,
Borg stole Lilo and Nani, and that's why Stitch is torn through the multiverse. A stitch across the multiverse. I get it now.
yeah. So that line would be, so the Borg stole Lilo and Nani. That's why Stitch is torn through the multiverse.
So the Borg stole Lilo and Nani, and that's why Stitch is torn through the multiverse. A stitch across the multiverse. I get it now.
Which is a fourth wall break for everyone. So you're telling me the IT-10T figured it out before you two did? Looks at Nappa. If you lot are done breaking the fourth wall, we have a crisis to deal with. John is already dialing.
I'm calling the Queen to confirm now. See if you can get Stitch back on the line. Nappa, you go help. Who should he help?
Both?
Wait, are you telling me I just get to let loose in the Marvel universe? I get a Nappa versus Marvel moment?
Oh God, both me and Samara. This is extra ending / time skip. We're starting the sketch learning about the Phoenix Force. Nappa gets to have another line.
Guys, you should have been there. I was going all Super Saiyan customer service, and then Stitch just started glowing red and lifting things with his mind.
Oh no.
Oh no. But I just power blasted everything, and then Stitch opened up a portal and ran off.
Well, I mean, he lost the Ascension powers when he hopped the universe the last time. He'll probably lose the Phoenix powers. Right?
Type. They're gone.
What's gone?
The Phoenix powers aren't just powers. It's a force that inhabits you, so we can track who has them. And that tracking
Is offline. Son of a... Stitch versus the Multiverse Final. Warning. Star Trek universe is experiencing a multiversal flood.
What is a multiversal flood?
Oh no, not again. The Q Consortium is also online too. They want to know why a Reaper ship showed up. Looks at John. By the way, I would love to John have. I just realized John needs to have a line here.
What do you mean, not again?
The Q Consortium, blah blah blah. That is a multiversal flood, John. Welcome to the ultimate nightmare of calls. Strap in, buckle up. The ride is going to be bumpy.
I like it. Logan Gaston, I saw your comment earlier, but we were busy doing this. If we're doing a Samurai Jack video, that's gonna have to be Levi. I don't know anything about that show. I was like 5 years too old for it. It came out when I was in college, and I was like, this is dumb. But tons of people love it, and Levi knows it. I don't. We've talked about doing that video for a long time.
The biggest problem with doing this video is since Samurai Jack had a proper full-on ending, like they came back and gave him a proper ending, even though everyone found the ending bullshit. He should totally had a happy ending. Anyways, the problem is that like you've got to figure out which version of Samurai Jack you're doing, because you're like the smart answer would be to do the one before he gets his happy ending. However, that also implies that people are going to latch on to that being a different version. They've done that with Stitch already. And you're either A, going to have to explain that, no, this is just part of his journey, like we've done with Stitch. or B, you lean all into your version. Like Nappa is his own character in our universe. And Nappa is based off of the abridged version of it's a parody of a parody, right? But he's become his own character 100%.
Yep.
We started to give him his own backstory with some things still being a parody of the abridged version. And if we did that with Samurai Jack, it's, in all honesty, just a tremendous amount of work to keep it alive and still do the thing that people want to see. Like the reason the Stitch series has been so long is because the live action was about to come out. It came out. It failed a lot. Well, I say it failed. It financially was a success, but it is critically panned. Like a lot of people dislike the show. If you haven't seen Stitch before, you liked it. If you watched Stitch beforehand, you didn't like it. Like half the audience who didn't know what Stitch was went and watched it and liked it, and then went and watched the Disney version. That half. There's also a split between those people who are like, "Oh my God, why'd they make the live action version soulless compared to this animation?" The Q Continuum instead of the Q Consortium. It's both. I get to have a Star Trek moment. Huh?
I always thought it was the Q Continuum.
It's both. It is canonically the Q Continuum. However, there is an episode, I think, in The Next Generation that says Consortium. I'm pretty sure I own the episode. I might. I have to go dig through my VHS videos. Q Continuum, Q Consortium. I don't remember which video it's in though. It might have been a really, really old one. Did I see your comment? I don't know. Did I? Son of a biscuit eater. Hey, kiddo. It's 9:30, which means Mama's up, and since they have work, we'll be able to watch her show upstairs. Can you go ahead and kick that heater off? The one that you're next to?
I would change it to Continuum unless you can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that it was Consortium. And if it was,
yeah, go ahead and change it. That's fine.
I think it was probably a mistake.
More than likely, you can go ahead and change it. That's fine. I don't mind.
I didn't see where
It's at the end of the sketch.
Oh shit!
What's really nice about this for everyone here, this we're gonna probably record all of this, but if that extra bit is longer than a minute or close to a minute, what I'm gonna probably do is add a few more lines to make it go beyond it. But I'll cut it at the ride is gonna be bumpy part, and then the standalone version will start probably somewhere around the guys you should have been there. Where Nappa's talking about going Super Saiyan in the Marvel
Did
thing.
you just get these?
Yeah. I tried giving you one. You didn't want it.
Don't like them.
Levi, when you like I warn him and then I just unplug the phone. I'm not. I already did that once effectively. As much as I want to do that, as much as a nice joke as that would be, I don't think it would be the right, considering we've already done that within this series. collectible card game. Oh. You mentioned a call increase, and I suggest you warn Chris, and then I'll plug it. Anyways, so that means we'll be able to record the Stitch stuff this week at some point. When's your next free day?
Maybe tomorrow. If not, either Friday or Saturday during the day.
When you get an opportunity, if you're able to record some of this, go ahead and record it and send it my way. If you have any questions, let me know. Any part where Samara is talking, the only thing I would have you do is like just make sure to give extra credence to like looking up and trying to act like you're hearing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like there's also like last time I was doing it, you had we had a part. This is for everyone here. This is what's really cool. And don't get me wrong, the video turned out great. There was a part where Nappa needed to hear Samara, and because it wasn't written in there, and we didn't have this rule of like, hey, let's just give some extra credence in case we have another character talking. What Chris did is he just did his parts, did them fantastically. I want to say that he did them fantastically. And as I'm editing, which took me a week to get to, it was like, oh shit, I'm missing this. We were missing 2 or 3 parts from Chris as both. Some of them was John, some of them was Nappa, and we were like, and Chris was like, can you just make it work without me having to redo it? I was like, I don't know. I did, obviously. I was able to obviously do it. But it's a good point to like, even I'm guilty of doing that. And then Chris will be like, I think I can still use it. Give me a moment. Nope, I need you to re-record.
All right. Hardcore Player, episode 3 of my new episode 3 of Sentence to Be a Hero. I really enjoyed it.
Are you going to do another video review of it?
I'm going to wait till mid-season, but they're really digging deeper into like the lore of who the heroes are and what's going on with them. And you know, that they're not just they're trying to do the right thing. But yeah, it is getting late. I don't think it's predictable at all. I think it's only 3 episodes in. There's nothing to predict yet. I mean, we have an idea of where it's going, but I don't think he's gonna get his revenge like he wants. I think that it's gonna end up being, I think it's gonna end up being something where he redeems himself, and manages to break the cycle of heroes. And I don't know. I think that I think he'll solve the demon blight, and it'll remove the need for the hero system, and he'll be able to put an end to it and get everyone out of that. But we'll see.
And I think this proves that we were large enough to, you know, start doing reviews and stuff like that.
Yep.
Doing it in character has proven to do really well. The like we discussed before, and there's, you know, we have some fans in this live stream that had seen the Villain News Network and preferred it as it was a way to like, oh my god, I missed that. That's for our hardcore fans. Okay, so it's not a bad idea to get back to it. The reality is, and this is the biggest thing, is I can't do it wound up being a lot of work, because those type of new style videos were a tremendous amount of work. I told Chris, and then when he saw how much work it took into like reviewing the video in just our videos, making sure to link them properly and everything, I was like, holy shit, that is a lot of work. I was like, yeah, I'm writing my script, I'm acting it in front of the camera, I'm editing that, but then on top of that, I'm having to like find out what videos that we did, that kind of stuff. And now that we have an entirely different version of what we want to do, it's still going to be a healthy amount of work. But the thing that always fell flat was I don't have different cutscenes unless I take the extra time to do exactly like turn, have a different angle, turn, have a different angle, which is not a problem. I can do that. However, if I'm going to do that, I need to effectively sit in front of the green screen, which means I'd have to move a chair over there, get a chair or whatever, sit in front of my green screen area, which I do have set up. But it's more for me standing doing things than it is me sitting. But having John and Napa in it would be a lot more fun, because then you get to have that banter and riff that you get to see in the videos, but as a news anchor style video. And that would also let us go from just talking about our videos that we've done to, hey, what's this new anime that you're watching? Oh, that's a really cool world. Do you think we're going to get any calls about that? Well, we might. And that's a great way to segue into like, hey, what type of calls should we take from this universe? Introduce a new universe and be like, bam, here's that. We get to review the episodes. We get to do it in a new style. I think there's a lot of benefit towards it. But it is very much a style that I know how to do, that was taking off. But it's very much more for our particular hardcore fans. So I don't know if Chris has seen Hazbin Hotel because of how you have.
I've seen season 1. I haven't seen season 2.
Did you see season? Hold on. Which version of the season 1 did you watch? Because that's
Amazon's version of season 1.
okay. So that's the
I
newest
tried
one.
watching the YouTube one, and I was like, I'm not enjoying
I
this.
have not seen the Amazon one, mostly because I haven't had a point where I feel like I could binge watch it. Dragon Age and the Grey Wardens, that's also a good one. And see, that's another thing. We can talk about the games that we're into and that kind of stuff. It just opens up, like Chris mentioned the other day, what we're working on, upcoming projects, ideas we're considering, what we released that month, and in a link to watch it. The easiest link to watch things is a link, literally one. Because we're not allowed in YouTube to link everything. We're not allowed in Facebook or TikTok to link everything. So that's going to come to the fact of, yeah, I wonder. On Fourth Wall, it shows the latest video that we've done and everything like that, right? Yeah, it shows recent videos. Chris, I've got a
Yep.
question for you. Can
Yeah.
you link a specific playlist?
What do you mean?
So on Fourth Wall, we have a thing where it shows at the bottom, it shows recent videos that we've produced. If we do the Villain News Network thing and we utilize the playlist feature and stuff in the organization that YouTube is a powerhouse on for video organization, right? If we can link a specific playlist on the website, we don't have to be like, hey, go follow this link that we hope is still functioning, 6 months from now when you potentially come across this video. But if we can go playlist, then we can link a specific playlist. We can do the Villain News Network and have it be a specific playlist where you click on that and you can go through that playlist of those videos that Villain News Network is talking about.
I'm sure we could.
Because if we can, that would be the way to do it. Break the fourth wall, yeah. So as long as we're able to do that, that would be the best way to do it. We can do the Villain News Network video. Villain News Network can have the compilation. Hey, go watch this. This is where all these videos are. That could wind up. It's extra work as far as like making sure they're organized and in a certain area, but it makes it so that things are there. We'll look more into it, because if it doesn't work, then I have to think of a different way anyways. What do you guys think of okay, I'm gonna have a twofold answer here because I don't want to be mean, but I'm going to be a little bit mean. I'm going to tell you what I think of Dispatch, but outside of that, I'm going to also probably make you happy a little bit too. Would I do an episode on interagency program or something like that? I would do an episode with Dispatch, or two or more. Here's the thing, though. I'm not a fan of the game. I'm not a fan of the writing. The only thing that game has for it is its art style. It is glorifying certain things that I very much don't like. It is badly written. If you watch it from start to finish, if you actually watch the episode from start to finish, it's very poorly written. Very, very poorly done. They hit a niche. Everyone craved that thing. And then I have seen better stories from the fandom than I have from Dispatch itself. Like, people latched onto the characters and have made better stories than the people who wrote and made the game. And and I'm using the term game lightly here because there really isn't much of a game there. It is a visual novel. And that's the classification it should have been in. And had it been that, I would not say anything bad about it. Because visual novels have mini games in them. What game was it that stole stuff from Villain Support? So here's a fun fact about Dispatch. The original game and idea that they were promoting, because a bunch of people are like, oh, they've been trying to do this for 7 years. No. Dispatch, as it is now, as it was released, started 3 years ago. Guess who was much more popular 3.5 years ago, 4 years ago? And at that time, there was also a series, other series that were very similar in our vein coming out. And I'd like to point out the whole hero villain hotline isn't even a new thing. There's a canon comic book about a hero hotline or something like that from like the 80s. Yeah, here it is. 1-800-555-HERO. When is this from? I don't know the oldest that this is from. I don't know where. (1989) January 1989.
Really?
Yep, Hero Hotline. It's a comic book series. I'd have to look more into it. I haven't. Somebody mentioned something. I was like, what? That's an actual thing. And I looked into it and I was like, oh. Ain't no one got an original idea. If you number the episodes in the title of each video of the playlist, so the video list doesn't flow in the YouTube playlist. So what will happen is I'll probably put in that video playlist. It all depends on if I can. But you can set a playlist to be alphabetical, your order, or, and this is probably what I would do, the order in which it was made. So like I do a Villain News Network. We do a Villain News Network video, say today, right? We release it today, and that video has a link to in that playlist. We did a compilation of all the videos, which is one of the things Chris is wanting to do, and use Villain News Network to promote that playlist because it'll show all the videos of that week or that month or whatever we decide to be. It's something that we've kind of got a coin toss on what we want to do. If Chris, you're 100%. Yeah, you are. You haven't announced it to everyone yet.
Nope,
know
not
it.
announcing it yet.
Okay. Kind of depends on how much time Chris has at the end of the day, because I can make my content, I can edit my content, I can keep making my content, keep editing my content. Here's the problem: is every time me and Chris give ourselves something more on top of what we're already trying to do, it takes away our time to do the newer stuff. It takes us time away from projects. It takes time away from me sitting there and, like, let's say there's a big animation project that we have, like the Hellsing was a big animation project. I got that edited relatively quickly, but I sat and did an additional like 2.5 hours. Like you guys saw me like do rough cut of it. Rough cut was easy. I spent another 2.5 hours fine tuning just the video, and I spent about another half hour doing audio editing. From there, I had to get some different information before I could continue. When I finally got done, it needs captions and title work. So, and because Chris does a better job at captions, I was like, I'll just send it to you. Chris, I think it takes you what, maybe 20-30 minutes at most to caption a video.
Depends on the video, but yeah. And then
Okay.
I'm a psycho about making sure that all the captions are lined up with the dialogue.
Same here. But to give an example, captions for me, and you will still find mistakes. People will still point out my mistakes. Will take me a half hour minimum to do, and that is like the weakest point of everything for me is captions, grammar, and stuff like that. That's a natural weak point for me. So it's already taking longer to like. And so sometimes my grammar is correct, sometimes it's not. Sometimes the spelling is correct, sometimes it's not. But I'm hyper aware of it, and so I'm trying to go through it. And so it takes me longer to do captions than it does Chris. Chris can get them done like that, and they're usually grammar is correct on them and everything. Then from there, if he doesn't feel like making sure they're all lined up, which he tends to do that too. He'll send them back to me to do final editing touches and stuff like that, which oftentimes I still have to. And it's not on Chris not being able to edit it. It's just when you do the captions and then you send them back, sometimes things kind of misalign. It's like, oh, this part of the video doesn't look that good here. I need to actually change where this part goes.
Yeah. Memory charm guy.
I don't think that's going to be the case with the Hellsing video, because I spent so long like fine tuning it and watching it and making sure I didn't have mistakes. But until that video's ready and scheduled out, I'm not 100% sure. Brutal Legend. Isn't that a game? Because don't know how much more extra time behind the scenes this takes on each video. Yeah. The Samara stuff was one of the reasons why I'm really glad Samara is about to get a voice, because trying to have Samara talk without a voice took way more effort than just be like, hey, kiddo, go ahead and be a smartass.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Mute yourself, please.
Yep.
Villain Sport is John. This is Gilderoy Lockhart. Who? Gilderoy Lockhart, a renowned adventurer, magical beast hunter, acclaimed. Oh, yeah, you. Memory charm guy. You dare to. You better not have called me to brag about yourself. Am I hanging up? No, I need your help. With what? Dumbledore's consultant. Consultant? This American wizard. Wait. Is his name America wizard, or is he an American wizard? American. Surname's Dresden. That's less than ideal. You're telling me when we were introduced, we shook hands, locked eyes, and he said, "Ha, a charlatan." Well, I mean, he's not wrong. He said it in front of the entire staff, threatening to out my secret. They're going to find out eventually anyway, man. They always do. But while I have you on the phone, has the Chamber of Secrets started opening? It is about that time. Chamber of... Oh, yes, that. That? Just a watery old cave. Yes, it's opened. It was just a big snake and an evil old book in there. Was, as in past tense? Yes, Dresden killed the serpent contained therein and destroyed the book. He what? When? Just a few moments ago. Now everyone's singing his praises, and my charms don't work on him, so I can't get him to believe that I did it and claim his accolades for my... I have to take this call. What? No, you have to help me preserve my reputation. What if everyone finds out? Hey, Tom, I bet that you're calling me to tell me that... One of my Horcruxes is gone. Destroyed. What happened to my diary? Shit.
Can I make a suggestion?
You can.
Okay. The ending there where Voldemort is talking.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to my diary should come before the, like, I feel like that should be one of my right off the bat, instead of like waiting for it. You did this in one take, so I'm trying to think of a way for you to preserve that take because it's good.
There isn't a way.
There isn't a way.
Unless we make Voldemort's... Why is there an echo? Hold on. It's gone now. There isn't a way unless we give Voldemort more lines to fill the same space.
Sucks.
It's fine the way it is.
I like the oh shit thing. I like the I like the diary comment. What happened to my diary? A lot better right there. And like, if you had to, what happened to my diary? Oh shit. I feel like that would fit better.
That's the way it is.
It is. I don't know. I feel like it should just be quicker is probably the thing, because you're not reacting to Voldemort. It's like, what happened to my Horcruxes, such and such, and you kind of like, fuck, oh shit, type of thing, which still is valid and still something I can see a call center agent doing while somebody is bitching. Said person usually talks a lot faster though.
The other place it could end right here. And I don't need to do the shit at the end of every single video. It could just be this. It could be... What? No, you guys can't fucking see it. Hold on. His accolades for my... I have to take this call. What? Hold on, it's being slow. So I can't get him to believe that I did and claim his accolades. I have to take this call. What? No, you have to. You have to help me preserve my reputation. What if everyone finds...
Oh wow, your internet, either yours or mine, is acting up.
What?
Either your internet, your
no,
computer,
I think my computer's really been struggling recently. It's my computer has been struggling a lot recently. But it could just end at John just like, shut the fuck up, and just hangs up on him.
I'd like... You know what line it should be? After
or it could just be here. It could also just be here. Hey, Tom. And then just bam, done. It's Voldemort calling.
I like the idea of Voldemort calling and going, what happened to my diary? And it ending right there.
So, I mean, he does say that. He says, one of my Horcruxes is gone, destroyed. What happened to my
I know,
diary?
but instead of saying one of my Horcruxes is gone, destroyed, say what happened to my diary, and that's the end. Like you don't get to respond to him. We don't see your response. It ends with him asking what happened to my diary. That is, he knows something happened to it. He's not 100% sure. You're not telling him it's been destroyed. It is just straight up what happened to my diary. You get your frustrated face, which you get you had the frustrated face when he starts talking about the Horcruxes, right? That's a good ending point. You don't need to have the oh shit. You see your face contort. That's the ending. You hear him say the line. You see your face contort. Bam, end. Because what happened to my diary, him bitching about his diary, is such a funny line to me.
Yep. But do this, hon. Me to tell me that
one of my Horcruxes is gone, destroyed.
So we could just dab this. Me to tell me that.
What happened to my diary?
Yeah, right there. Like, you can decide how long of a fuck moment you want to have before you talk to him and you end it. But I really like that. What happened to my diary? And you're just kind of going, shit, type of like. I like the you seen you.
Oh, actually, hold on.
Brain.
Hold on. I recorded a bunch of takes of that.
What happened to my diary?
Or
what happened to my diary?
it's slower and angrier.
I have to see it, but I think that works.
Yep.
I agree. The John saying "oh
Tell
fuck"
me
or "oh
what
shit" and getting cut off would be funny.
To my diary.
To tell me that.
What happened to my diary?
I think that works right there. Like that look of shit works
Yeah.
a lot better than you saying it.
Actually, hold on.
I agree that like the first version, but I agree with Chris too, is that like while though I like the first version of What Happened to My Diary, Chris has a very valid point of like it sounds angrier and more drawn out, this other take. And it also allows that buildup of seeing John's face while he hears this and is trying to figure out what to fucking say. And there isn't anything to say but oh shit or fuck or something like that, and we just cut off.
Or what if we do this? Hold on.
Just swapping the lines, right?
Just hold on. Me to tell me that.
One of my Horcruxes is gone. What happened to my diary?
Shit.
I kind of like that one too, but what do you guys think?
I really want the shit to be in there.
No, I agree. I think having it in there is really good. One of the ways that you could fix this, right?
Horcruxes is
What?
There is a way to fix this if you need to. Oh, that work. I agree that this works. But here's a question. This one's more pointed towards Chris, and I'm going to pull this up so I can look at him a little bit better. So, if you were to make a cut point right when you go to dial and have Levi go, Voldy's about to learn about it, like saying a comment about his diary, like saying a comment about the teenage girl doing the teenage girl thing, and then it cuts back to you taking the call from Voldemort, or even Levi saying, "Hey, Voldemort's on line 1," which gives you an opportunity to redo that line because I'm cutting in.
It doesn't though, because it's, hey Tom, I bet you're calling that one of my Horcruxes is gone. What happened to my diary?
Yeah, well,
And
that would mean the cut would be before that. So the cut would be right around the
I think we are right now trying to take this from a 95% video to a 100% video, and we're wasting our time doing it.
probably, to be honest, yeah. Because like the audience is saying, is like having what you have right now, where it's the what happened to my Horcrux. One of my Horcruxes. I think that works. I think it's bedtime. I agree, Levi. I think I need to go upstairs, hang out with Kiddo, and kind of go from there.
Yep. All right, everyone. Have a great night.
You guys know the closing. Have an Acme day.
Yep. Have an happy day as a product. Yeah, you know what it is. We'll see you later.
Bye.